Back in the autumn, I dug this plant up out of the garden. It's called a canna, which is quite an exotic looking plant with big paddle-shaped leaves and lovely flower spikes. It can be grown out in the garden or in containers. It's not hardy, so it won't withstand lots of frost. So it was dug up out of the garden, kept frost-free over winter, and now as we go into spring, it's just starting to come to life. We can see on this swollen root that the buds are starting to grow, and that will turn into a new shoot. So what I want to do with this is to divide it and turn what was one large clump of canna into several new plants. So first thing to do is to cut off the remains of what was last year's flower spikes. So they've all died down now, so it's just a case of cut everything off down to ground level, and then we can actually see what we've got. And if I loosen a little bit of the soil, I can see that in there are several plants. In fact, that piece there will just break away on its own, and we can see on it there we've got a big, thick, swollen root. We've got some nice new roots starting to grow, and we've got that will turn into a shoot. If it doesn't break off, the other way to do it is to literally get a spade and just stab it and cut it in half. It won't do any harm. We've cut through the root, but we can see we've also got lots of new shoots. So what you need to do with it then is take a plant pot, some compost, and you can just hold that in there, trickle some compost around it. And we need to keep this still in a frost-free place, but what we've got to do is get it to start growing, bring it to life. So what I will do with that now, it's been potted, really simple to do, and we can see that that shoot is just sticking out the top. That'll be given a drink, giving it some water to keep the compost moist, keep it somewhere light and frost-free. It can go on a windowsill or a conservatory or a cold greenhouse, and that will start to grow. And by mid to late spring, we should have about 2 feet of growth on there, and it can then be planted out in the garden, and we've got a brand new plant. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3 brand new plants from last year's one.